Hi guys, welcome to GemmaBeaMakes. I'm Gemma and this is my crafty channel where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of weeks. I tend to talk about knitting, spinning, crochet, sewing, dyeing, anything that takes my fancy at the time. I've been doing lots of knitting and spinning in this episode. In fact, no crochet and no sewing at all. I am coming to you from very overcast Leeds in West Yorkshire, where I live with David, my partner, and my two boys, Edward and James, who are 8 and 3. Soon to be birthdays. Oh my goodness, it's just been Christmas. I don't know what I'm going to get for birthdays. We had a lovely Christmas this year. We've had a really nice break. It's been the school holidays. We've had time off together. David's new job means that he gets a whole week off over Christmas, and that's never happened before. He usually just gets Christmas Day, Boxing Day and the New Year, so it's been really nice to have David at home and the boys, and we've had some really nice family times. We've got some great board games for Christmas, and yeah, it's been fun. It was really nice for my children to go back to school though. So normally I would have joined you last week and told you all about what I've been doing. But instead, I had a really nice day off. David went to work, my children went to school, and I enjoyed some spinning time and some knitting time and just quiet TV time, all to myself. Guilt-free. I wasn't, yeah. I really needed a day off. But we're here now, back to it. It just means that I've got extra to show you because I had some time off. So I did lots and lots of knitting. So I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start in order of what I finished first, because the last time I spoke to you guys I was obsessed with the Musselburgh hat, and I'd already knit 2. I knit one as a gift, which she loved by the way, and I knit one for myself, which has become my new winter hat. It fits perfectly, and I cast on another one and finished another one. This was in the handspun yarn that I had finished last episode. So this is, I think it was yak and, was it yak, silk and merino? I can't remember now. It's literally just been last month and I already can't remember. But I had really fun spinning this hat, and then I cast it on straight away as a Musselburgh, and has finished it straight away. So you can see the hat is actually reversible, so you can have it either way. I'm still not sure which way I prefer it. That one's got the rim, so it's definitely more of an olive green. I think it's more of a masculine way of doing it that way, and then inside with the pink and the purple, and as you fold it up, the pink and the purple go up the rim. I really like this hat. It's really nice. I still think I might have to put it in my gift knitting pile because it's like the perfect hat, and I've already got one. I don't need to. So I'm going to put this in my gift knitting pile. I really like it. I think I'm going to put it in for Christmas next year. How bad's that? I've already started making gifts. I didn't really make any gifts this year. I made 2, and I think I need to remedy that this year. So I'm going to put this in my already starting my Christmas pile. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I loved how the yarn worked up because it was just a 2 repeat. I was very happy with it. I'm already uncomfortable. Have you noticed I'm back? I'm back to my books. My new space is doing my head in, so 2022, Gemma is back to the books. I feel at home here. Well, I've really enjoyed spinning and reading my books at the minute while I've been listening, and it's just been so comfortable. Just, you know, when you're just comfy, it's been lovely. I lost my train of thought then, because I'm uncomfortable. Okay, let me squidge. Okay, so next, what did I do next? So I've really enjoyed lots and lots of stockinette knitting. There's not been any patterns to anything that I've been doing. And I think it's simply because the TV's been so good at the moment. I've really enjoyed all the fantasy shows that have been on. So The Witcher season 2, that just came out. I've enjoyed watching Shadow and Bone. That was really, really good. What else have I just watched? They're all in the same kind of vein. The Wheel of Time. See, they're all books that I've read, that I've really enjoyed, that are now coming out onto TV shows. So yeah, I've just been watching TV. What else did we watch? Or something else that I really enjoyed as well. But everything's kind of wrapping up now. The Expanse. That is the next one that I need to watch. I like to binge watch it, so I don't know if it's all out yet, but that's the final season of The Expanse is out. So these are all things I've been really watching. So everything that I've been knitting has been really, really plain. I needed, after I finished the Musselburgh, I needed an easy cast on while I was watching TV. So these are some socks that I've knit out of last year's Christmas colourway from West Yorkshire Spinners. I think it's called Midnight, and it's like a sparkle blue. And what I did was wound the ball up into a cake and held it double. So one from the inner, one from the outer side of the ball, and made some super thick, chunky socks. My feet have been really cold, and I was like, well, just get thicker socks. Oh yeah, I can make thicker socks. These were the fastest thing I've ever knit. I couldn't believe how much faster it was to knit these than it was to do it singular. I know that makes sense, Gemma. You've got using thicker yarn, you're using bigger needles, it's going to be faster, but I didn't realise how fast. I just did a 2x2 rib all the way down, and a German short row heel, and without a pattern on the front. And they're super cosy and super comfy. It's been really cold. We had a spattering of snow, and now it's just overcast again. That's England for you. Okay. So the other giant stockinette thing that I've been working on is my advent calendar. So I really enjoyed my advent calendar this year. I managed to keep up with each day. I opened each day and started a litmus cowl. So I can't remember what day I was up to last time I spoke to you. It was probably about day 7 or something. But here it is, all finished. I didn't block it. I don't think it needed it, and I've used it every single day since I made it. So this was colour number 1, and then it went this way. So as you can see, it's in a big circle. So it went all the way through, and it kind of gradiates all the way through, all the way around. It was an absolute brilliant advent. I was so impressed with it. Back to the purple and then back to here. I did a little bit of a dodgy Kitchener across there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, a little bit dodgy there, but do you know what? I didn't do too bad, and once I got into the rhythm of it, you can't tell on that side, so we'll just switch it around that side. You can't tell either way. Nobody can. So this is the Litmus Cowl by Stranded Dye Works. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. So impressed. There's no ends to run in because you tie them on the inside because it's knit in a big circular tube. You tie all your ends in and just leave them, and then you need to cut out. And it's like the easiest thing in the world to wear. It just loops around twice and that's it. It's so warm, it's lovely. I'm really, really impressed with it. So much so that I cast on another one. So I'm keeping this on, actually, it's a bit chilly. We had, as soon as I made this, Edward wanted to wear it. So he wore it on the first day. And then James has been wearing it. James doesn't really have a scarf. He has one, it's very small though, and it just wraps around, like around the back of the neck once, and it's not very cosy. So he's been wearing this for the past, well, like since I finished it, which was like 2 days after Christmas. I managed to keep up with it, like I knit it every day, and then I kitchened it together the day after Christmas. So I've all twisted it now. So yeah, James has been wearing it, and Edward asked if he could wear it to school. Well, I said no. Because I have seen what he's done. So the scarf that Edward wears was a shawl that I knit from, no, I crocheted. It was a crochet along, and I can't remember which one it was. Something Hills. Holbrook Hills by the Crochet Project. And Edward wears that every day now, and it has become like a long, thin string. He's wearing it, so I can't even show you it. It's real. I'll see if I remember. I'll take a little clip and show you. But they play with it on the playground. They must, you know, their friends are grabbing it. They have one end each or something. He's done something to it, and it's just like a piece of string, and it's disgusting now. And he asked if he could wear this, and I had visions of his friends like swinging on it, and I just thought, no, I can't justify the merino wool that goes and the time that goes into it for you to swing around in the playground on it. However, they are really easy to wear. So what I did was I went to get some of this yarn for Edward. So what is this? It is King Cole Cherished, and it's the shade Grey and Stonewash. And it's 100% acrylic, but it's super, super soft. So I started making one for Edward. So what I did is, I think this is a 16-inch circular, and I just cast on the amount of stitches it took to get to the other side. I didn't even count. I still don't know how many's on there. I just cast on until I could join them together to make a big tube, and I've just been alternating the colours every 20 rows. And soon, I think it's probably about halfway there. Edward picked the colours. He wanted the similar colours to the scarf that he's already wearing, which were, I think, 2 different colours of grey and a blue. So I just picked up this blue and grey from my local yarn shop, Top Stitch in Pudsey. Oh, sorry, I got a bit excited then, didn't I? There is a yarn shop that has just opened 5 minutes away from my house, and it looks so nice. Called Unique. There wasn't much on the shelves. It was the first day that it was opened, and I just happened to be going past. And it's just in the old mills where I learned how to sew, which incidentally, with the mills, the Christmas sewing bee this year was filmed in my village, so that was really, really cool. So if you watch the Christmas the Christmas celebrity sewing bee, they do a little drone thing. It shows around the little mills. That's my mills. That's where I learnt to sew. I thought that was really cool that the sewing bee was in the place that I learnt to sew, and they just opened a new yarn shop. So excited. So you can see there's quite a few empty shelves, and actually there's quite a whole part of the store was boarded off. So they've made it smaller just for now, just to get everything open, to find out what people like. So I spoke to the girls there. They seemed really nice. I'm so excited. I wonder if they want to stock some of my stuff. I don't know if I want to stock. But yeah, so I've got a new yarn shop around the corner that's next door to my sewing shop. So nice. I love my little village. Okie doke. So as you can see, this has been super duper TV knitting. Round and round and round. Round and round and round. That's what I've been doing. So I finished this cowl. I still had a few grams of each of the mini skein that I got from Felicity Yarn Studios advent calendar. So I made myself some scrappy socks. I think I want to show you how much I've got left of the advent is this. These ends in this little ball is the only thing left of the advent. I managed to use every single scrap of it. So this was the, so I've got 2 little tubes. I started at the toe, and I think it took 6, I did 6 rows of each colour. That's how much I had left. I think 2 of the stripes didn't quite get, like, I'd only got 5.5 rows, or I only got 4 rows on one of them. So, but thankfully a few had a little bit of extra yarn, so it was really, really close on, yeah, on the yardage. I'd literally had ends left. So now I've got 2 tubes. I sewed in all the ends. Look at that. I don't know if you can see actually. That's all my ends all sewn in. Yeah, so it wasn't too bad. There was lots. There was lots, but I did it in 2 sittings. So now I've got 2 tubes. Now the thing is, now I need a heel. Obviously my tubes, I've put a little marker here, I think, I don't know if you can see it very well there, just a little light bulb stitch, and it's in the middle of this yellow stripe that I need to put my heel. So I need your help because I've got 2 little minis here. One is from Felicity Yarn Studio, so I thought it was quite apt because it was still her yarn and I could pop it together. It goes in this yellow poppy here. It matches the top of the cuff, so I thought it was quite cute. We could have that one. Or I've got this one, which is a random mini from, I think it's West Yorkshire Spinners. No, it's not. It's it's the Yarn Lab. But it's got like the perfect little mix of yellow, pink and green hints. It's like really pale and would fit perfectly there. I'm really undecided. My neighbour is here. I remember why I don't sit here. Okay. So, which do you think? Keep it in the family? Oh, I like it now that I've shown it on camera. This one doesn't show up very well. It's already wound all off. It was just a scrap, but it does just fit nice. No, I think now I've seen it right on camera. It's birthday cake from Felicity Yarn Studios. That is going in for the toes and cuffs. Decision made! Oh, I like it. So that's everything that I've been knitting. It's all stockinette stitches. It's all knit, all in the round, all while watching TV. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. I'm totally lying. I've got one more project here. It's hiding in my handmade GemmaBeaMakes bag. This is the Elton cardigan. Oh, it's just the Elton by Joji Locatelli. And it's getting bigger, guys. It's getting bigger. This has been on the needles for a long, long time. It is knit up out of my own hand-dyed yarn, and the mohair is hand-dyed by Northshire Yarns in the colourway Genie? No, Blue Jeans? No. Oh, gosh, damn it. In the colourway Dean. It is Dean. Did I say Jean? No, yeah, anyway. I did it in my head. I didn't say it out loud. I hate knitting this cardigan. Oh, total honesty now. So, last time I had this out, I found about 5 dropped stitches in my mohair. And the ends were doing my head in. So what I did was I sewed in all my ends, I caught up all the stitches that I dropped, and I just sewed them in. I've caught them all It was all in the mohair. The mohair drives me insane. I like knitting with mohair when I'm holding it together with another yarn, because even if you miss it or you slip it, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of pick it up with the next stitch. But when it's knit by itself, I just keep dropping all the stitches. And in fact, I found another one last night when I was doing another thing. So even though I sewn in all my ends and I found all the drop stitches, I found another one last night. It's really very annoying. But I think the payoff, I think it's going to be a really, really wearable item. I think it's going to look beautiful in my wardrobe. It's going to be warm enough that you can wear it like through the spring and the autumn, probably into the winter, and it's breathable as well because of the mohair. It's probably going to be a nice summer, like it's an all-round, all-year cardigan. I just want the finished product. I don't want to knit it anymore. And I think I probably need to knit the same amount again on the body. Each stripe takes me about an hour. So I've got about 16 hours worth of just finishing a body. Ugh. But I'm going to do it. I am going to do it because I do really like I do want the cardigan. I just don't want to knit on it. The drop stitches are really annoying me. The mohairs annoy me. You've got to be able to do it in perfect temperature as well. If you've got slightly clammy hands, it's not happening right now, it's bloody freezing. But, you know, slightly clammy, all your tension changes. It's very annoying. It's taken me a long time, but I'm going to get there. I will get there eventually. Now I'm thinking I'm probably about 6 or 7 stitches short because I just sewed them in. I didn't pick up any extra. I haven't counted how many. I'm just going to class it as waist shaping. Across the shoulders. Jesus. I probably should count that actually. I think there's quite a few missing that I might need. Might add them in an extra as it goes to my hips. But yes, okay, so that's everything that I've been knitting on. Again, it was still just knits and purls, absolutely no texture whatsoever to anything that I've been knitting at the minute, but it's all been very enjoyable. I've not thought, oh, I'm just going round and round here. I've thought, ooh, just round and round. So I have, however, been really enjoying spinning. I was reminded on like the 4th of January that it was Spinuary, so thanks Naomi. I'd totally forgotten about Spinuary. I'm really, really happy that I was reminded about it because I've really, really enjoyed it. Spinuary is just a small challenge within yourself, just to spin a little bit every day in the month of January. Just your own personal goals. It doesn't have to be, it could be 5 minutes, it could be, 2 hours, it could be a full day if that's what you wanted to do. But it's just a little bit each day because that's the way that we get progress. But actually I was already really enjoying spinning. I don't think I've lost it for a while now. It's been totally fun. So this was the first, I did a little palette cleanser. I had nothing on my reels. This was the second half of a braid that I've already spun and knit into a sock. So this was the silly challenge that I did to myself. It was 50 grams. When I split the braid in half, the braid was from Siobhan's Crafts. I picked it up in a D-stash. I'd split it in half and it weighed exactly 50 grams each. So I did a stupid challenge to myself. I spun the first half, I chain plied the first half, and I knit the first sock. And now I've done the second, and I'm really, really intrigued to see how different sizes the socks are going to be. Now they are only for me. I've knit like them really, really big and chunky socks. They're just for me. They're going to be my bed socks basically. But yeah, I'd be really intrigued to see how longer or shorter in the leg it is going to be, because I knit them from the toe up and just kept going and see how far they're going to get me. But that was a super fun spin. I'll have a little close up. But yeah, there's a little bit of sparkle in there. I think it's 95% merino and 5% sparkle, I think. Like I said, that was single played and then chain plied, and I did that on my electric eel wheel nano. After I had a play with this one and I'd finished that one, the next thing I wanted to do was finish my spin for the Laurel. So me and Zoe of Felicity Yarn Studios are going to be hosting a Laurel along. Oh, it does not sound good in my accent. The Laurel is a jumper by Alongavec Anna. I'll see if I can put a little picture in here. And it's an all over colourwork jumper. Now I wanted to spin my contrast colour. I think Zoe spun hers as well. I don't know if she's made up her mind yet. Naomi, the yarn curator, was going to join in hosting, but she's really, really busy, so I think she's just going to knit along as well. She's just going to join in. This was the main colour that I picked up from Dusty Dimples at Yarndale this year, with the idea that I wanted to spin my own colour. So it's called Blued, and it's the darkest purple that's almost black, and it's got very small flashes, you can kind of see here, where it just gets a little bit lighter. So it's a semi-solid, super dark purple. Now, I got 2 braids of this colourway from Felt Studio UK, again at Yarndale, and it's merino and silk, and I wanted to spin them both before I knit everything. Now, I don't know if you can see, but these turned out really differently. This was the first one that I spun, and I think when I broke the braid in half and I spun it from end to end. Now I think what's happened is when I've plied it, I might have switched the ends around and not done it in the same order. So every single part of this, nothing really matches, but it's made it really pale pastel-y colour, which is really, really pretty. But this one turned out really, really well. I was much happier with this one. So this I spun on the electric eel wheel nano and plied it on my traditional Ashford wheel, and I think it's turned out much better. It's a much better balanced yarn. It looks nicer, the yarn looks more usable, and it's probably the most consistent. However, these dark purple spots are quite, I know they're not as dark as this, but I don't want the pattern to get lost, which, oh no, it's not going to, is it? Now that I can see it on camera, I can see it in real life. I'm right here. I just didn't want the colours to get lost. But actually, they're really not going to. So I'm going to use this one. And I can use this for something else. I finished all the yarn to do my Laurel. Now the Laurel is going to start on the 1st of February. We are going to, if you would like to join in with our Laurel along, we're going to host, I think on Instagram Hangout, Instagram chat, it was, Zoe did a little bit of a poll on Instagram and on her YouTube, I think, and I think that was the most popular. So if you'd like to join in, I think there's quite a few of us, it'd be really, really nice to see. Give us a shout and we'll add you to the group that we'll set up. And I want to see all your yarn. I'm so excited about this now. So it's going to last from the 1st of February right through till the 30th of June. We're going to give extra points if you spin any of your yarn, and I'm sure there'll be a few prizes. We haven't actually figured out everything yet, but we will by the time it comes to the end. We've said you don't even have to finish it. It's going to be super chilled. Just cast on a jumper with us. Maybe we'll finish it. But I'm really looking forward to this. So I really need some new things to cast on. My TV programmes are running out, and well, it's time to get excited about some new projects. Speaking of new projects, I really am going to enjoy starting to plan my new project, which I think is going to be the new pattern by Jen Steingast. I can't remember what it's called. The Avena sweater by Jen Steingast. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I'm rubbish. I really, really would like to spin myself that jumper. I think it'd look really, really nice in hand spun, and it's a worsted weight, so actually the type, how I'm comfortable spinning, I think if I did a 3-ply yarn, that would actually work really, really well. So that is my next plan. I now need to pick out my colours. I need to get a little bit of inspiration, what kind of colours that I want to do. I've looked at Instagram. The hashtag is really, really good, and there's some really, really good ones out there. I really do like that. So I think that's going to be my next kind of big project that I think I'm going to start concentrating on. I'm going to pull out some colours. I don't think I'm going to dye the colours myself. I have been doing some more spinning. So my idea was, I had a braid of yarn from Cat and Sparrow, and I thought that this could be my contrast colour. I've since decided against it, but I do really, really like this yarn, these colours, sorry. This was some BFL that I picked up from Yarndale, from Cat and Sparrow. The other half of the bobbin is on my Ashford traditional wheel. I've really enjoyed like spinning with my wheel. I know last time I spoke to you guys when I was making this, I spun this on my traditional and I went crazy and I really hurt myself, my stupid hips. So this time I've just been taking it nice and easy and just doing a few, like 20 minutes a day, rather than the silly like hours and hours a day that I wanted to do last time. And this is turning out really quite nicely. It's got a nice sheen to it, even though it's just BFL. But I really do like the super subtle colours. This like brownie colour that went through it, this golden, it was a really bright like foxtail orangey brown when it was in the braid, and it's just completely lost because it was the tiniest little blob. The staple length of the wool was about 5 inches long, and the dye spot was about 2. So it was in the middle of, it was at the ends of some staple, it was in the middle, but the whole length of the wool as it was drafting was constantly getting the blue in with it, so it just kind of dulled it all down. I don't hate it. I quite like it. It's really nice. I did want that bright, that shock of that foxtaily colour, but it has mellowed out really, really nicely. I think it might make a really nice, but I'm not going to say that right now, so we'll see. And I've also been doing a little bit of extra spinning on my eWheel Nano. Now this crazy colours here is this. So this is Appledore Top from John Arbon, and it is in the Slack My Girdle colourway. Slack My Girdle. That's a funny name. So that's 40% Devon Close Wool, 40% Romney, and 20% blue Exmoor Blue Face. So 20% Exmoor Blue Face. It's super fuzzy. I can already feel it going up my nose. It gives like a super hairy, I don't know if you can see all those little fuzzy bits on there. But it's come out super duper crazy. I spent an afternoon or two doing this bobbin. I've got to say, it's not been my favourite. It's all fun to spin, like as the colours are going, it's quite fun. The colours, it's quite fun to spin, because as you're coming through, all the different colours are changing. I don't really like the yarn. It will go really, really nicely in my hand spun blanket that I am slowly working towards. I'm using scraps of hand spun, and I've also spun a couple of skeins of yarn that I've not really been the best for something that I like a super duper project, but they go quite nicely in the blanket. So I think it's going to go in the blanket. I don't want to spin anymore. Not when I can do these. This is really enjoyable. I really like this. And this was just like, meh, do a little bit. This is what I'll give it a go. It's crazy in the I've also got another colourway that's very, very similar, like lots of different colours all together. I might de-stash them. I don't really like it. But you've got to try these things. It's all fun. You've got to try these things. But I've realised I really enjoy doing the braids. I like the different colours as they come in. It's enjoyable. It's super fun. That fur has gone right up my nose. Well, that's everything, guys. I've got nothing left. So I've got nothing left to show you. Thank you so much for joining me this time. I really appreciate all your help. A big shout out to everybody. Hi guys, the camera keeps dying. I'm just gonna have to say a quick goodbye. So before it cuts me off again, see you later guys. I'll see you next week. Like, subscribe, comment. I love you. Watch an ad. Thanks.